Hey, uh, the uh, the video didn't play. Uh,
Hey, we're here. We are here. We are here.
it's it's breakfast with Biggs and Schultze.
Hello.
Morning, everybody. How are you all doing? It's very early, so one of the things that I teased in on Twitter and Bluesky, because I'm a professional, is I was going to be sharing my favorite cocktail recipe, with everybody. When I say favorite, I have lots of favorites. But this is my favorite brunch cocktail. You know why? Because everybody's like, "Oh, it's girl brunch. Let's have mimosas or whatever." And I'm like, mimosas are not sophisticated. You know what's sophisticated? Something called a French 75. So what I did was I took this champagne flute right here, and I filled it with. You got one jigger. Which in California means 1.5 ounces. I don't know what it means in South Carolina, but in California it means 1.5 ounces of gin and some lemon juice. So I did three-quarters of an ounce. You're supposed to add some simple syrup, but hey, like we keep it classy here, and simple syrup just makes it too sweet. So for those of you who are watching your sugar intake, don't put in the simple syrup. The lemon is just fine. And then we pop in bottles, y'all.
Ooh.
Because mimosas they're for like young ladies, 21 and unsophisticated. We're like, oh, we're gonna go have brunch. Um, but you know what? Get fancy.
Hey, it's brunch time for me.
Yeah, that's why I do this, because like I don't know many breakfast cocktail recipes, but brunch cocktails are different. I did make I do make coffee stuff sometimes, and coffee cocktails on shows. That got me into trouble last week because I couldn't sleep, and then I was like, so we popping bottles, y'all, popping bottles.
There's that
So
sound.
get your favorite sparkling wine, champagne from France, prosecco from Italy. There's some other ones, and pour that into your glass. And what's really great is this can be batched. So you just make like a big thing of.
All right, show the label. Is that actually from Champagne, the region?
I said sparkling. This is prosecco. So it is actual like prosecco from Italy. It's got the designation.
All right, you passed the test today.
In France, they call it an appellation. So yeah. So 1.5 ounces of gin, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and or you can use lemonade. I've used lemonade before, and that takes out the simple syrup. And right, so you just mix like for every 1.5 ounces of gin, or for every drink. Say so. I want to do for 6, so I'll do 9 ounces of gin and conversions.
We're doing math on a Sunday morning, baby.
And 4.5 ounces of lemon juice, like in a pitcher, and then you just dole it out and fill the glasses with champagne or prosecco or some kind of sparkling.
We got Corey chiming in, just a basic boy.
That's so good. And I'm not even going to tell the folks that I got that prosecco from 7-Eleven.
What else did you get from 7-Eleven?
Well, you see. Okay, bonus recipe, 7-Eleven hack. 7-Eleven has this cool machine where if you hit the button, it just like pumps out nacho cheese. So they have these nachos you can buy where, well, the first hack is you get the thing and it's a tray, and inside the tray is a bag of tortilla chips. And you're supposed to like open the tortilla chips, pour them in the tray, and then cover them in the nacho cheese and chili too. You can also put that on your hot dogs. But if you know what you're doing, you buy the container, and then you buy like a bag of salsa verde Doritos or salsa flavored Tostitos, and you throw the plain tortilla chips away, and you just fill the container with nacho cheese, dude. Or, and this is even better, you buy yourself a hot dog and a bag of those chips. Not the nachos, not the 7-Eleven nachos, but a bag of like the salsa verde Doritos. Yeah. And buy a bag of the salsa verde, like the big bag of salsa verde Doritos. Pop that bag open and then just sit there with the bag under the nacho cheese dispenser.
All right.
And you got a bag of nachos. And then you can like dip your hot dog in it. Or
feels like there's only one state this can be accomplished. And it's not California, if you know what I mean.
Right. It's not a state or it's not a physical bordered state. Instead of orange juice, use Mad Dog 2020. Gross. Mad Dog 2020 is one of the worst things that humankind has ever.
Is that a malt liquor?
It's a fortified wine drink.
Sounded like a name of like a malt liquor, like a Cobra or something.
Yeah, and it kind of, but it's called MD 2020. Mad Dog is just a nickname. But it's like I had a dude come in. So I work in a liquor store. I've been there for about 6 weeks. And one time I had somebody come in. It used to be like super popular with the street alcoholics crowd because it's super cheap and it's just like it's like drinking juice, and then next thing you know you're like passed out on a bus bench. You've seen them. They're out there, and I've sold one bottle. This dude came in and he was regretful about it. Like he was like, where's your Mad Dog? And I was like, it's down there. Now they talk about bottom shelf liquors. Yeah. This isn't just bottom shelf. This is bottom shelf over in the corner where nobody goes. And
blow the cobwebs and dust off of it.
Right. And he goes over there and he grabs the bottle and he brings it over and he goes, my girlfriend wants it.
I bet she does.
No, he was telling the truth. Like, so I was just imagining she was just too embarrassed to come into the store and get it. So she sent her boyfriend in, who was also very embarrassed, but a good boyfriend, right? Let's get your start and sit questions going. What are we doing here? I know we started late. I was trying to like put a ticker together because we launched the Fantasy Sports Advice Network merch store, and we want you to go and new merch is available, 20% off site wide, free shipping on orders $99 or more.
We got to get going here, man.
No, that's what I said.
I know. Don't leave. Stay tuned.
Ask a football question. We're doing football talk. So yeah. Go to the FSAN merch store. There's some really great shirts. My favorite stuff is there's a hat. It's white and it's got the Bears script thing with the two orange bars and then like the Bears font, and it says tears. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. That's cool.
Yeah, that's probably an Amber special. Stay tuned for Spilled Coffee with a bunch of hosts, including Amber and Corey, who is in the chat drinking Mad Dog. What's wrong with you? Hey,
we got a Grindberg special in here. There's a Ref's Kingdom shirt.
I saw that too. I mean, that's kind of a Raider fan merch. Speaking of which, I got some heat. We know, Cam, you're good. I got some heat because I tweeted that I was tired of people complaining about the Raiders losing. The Raiders absolutely won that game, and what I mean by that is we got, of course, Corey. Corey like just has us all set as lineups. Chase Brown or Brian Robinson? Yes.
The Ryan Robinson thing is interesting to me because on Thursday night when I was on, I think I suggested him as a start to someone in the chat over someone else. I don't remember. And Greinberg was like really pushing back on me, and he got in my head about the ankle and stuff. But then all of a sudden, I looked yesterday, and he was and now no
in good position to have positive game scripts. I think I think the Commanders have a better opportunity to have a positive game script, even though Tennessee's run defense is pretty darn good. So is Pittsburgh's, and it's a divisional game. I think it's going to be more of a grind for the Bengals. Pittsburgh has a better rush defense at this point. So
I like about Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown better this week. I don't like Joe Burrow's wrist injury. I don't like he re-aggravated it on that Sunday night game. I know he still killed it, but he completed like 55% of his passes, which is telling you like that's the wrist causing some inaccuracy. Give me Chase Brown getting dump offs today.
Yeah, that's why I said yes. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them, Corey. Basically, like I lean Brian Robinson. I think he has a better matchup, and I think that Washington has a better chance of being in a positive game script mode where they're just handing the ball off to him. I feel like Cincinnati could be in a grinder game where it's like they're just trying to stay in it, and Pittsburgh is like dominating the clock and all that stuff.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So the Chase Brown talk made me want to look him up on DraftKings because I'm a huge DFS guy.
Yeah.
I currently had Tony Pollard in my main lineup, and Chase
three of that 3-leg parlay, Tootsie Pop. I love it. So go over to Prize Picks and play the Rachel special. And when like after you win, shout her out on Twitter, Tootsie Pop 6. Yeah. Brown is catching a lot of passes. Okay. And she's got her question for the week. Bucky Irving or Tony Pollard? Do you trust Khalil Shakir tonight or start Thielen or Westbrook Akine? Go with Khalil Shakir. And then Bucky Irving or Tony Pollard. I hate Tony Pollard, but I think I lean towards him just because he's more of a one-man backfield. So Pollard.
Yeah, and I talked about it on one of the shows the other night. Tony Pollard, man, the volume is there. 2 of his last 3 games might scare people off with only 9 carries. One of them was the Chargers. It's just a really good defense there. I'm not super shocked. And then I forgot who the other one was. I think it was another really good run defense. So like it was totally explainable as to why he had 2 games there that the carries were down a little bit. But other than that, dude, the volume has been hammered for Tony Pollard, and he's got a great matchup today.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love Bucky Irving. I can't quit Bucky Irving. I've been the Bucky Irving man from the start, and I think I am maybe president of the fan club at this point.
That's why we hold hands while we skip down the street, because I'm the Rashad White guy. Cam, I know we said get your start and sits questions in here, or get your football question. You want football talk. What are you doing rest of the season? Come on. I'm kidding. Okay. Rest of the season. Saquon, Chase, RB1 and RB2. That's, yeah, good. Chase and Cup, wide receiver 1 and 2. Taysom at tight end. Cool. Was there a question? Okay. Brian Robinson, JSN, Zay Flowers, JK, Hopkins. Pick 2 for flex this week, please. Well, obviously you go Dobbins and Hopkins because Dobbins is out and Hopkins already played. Okay, 2 between BRJ, JSN, Zay Flowers. What is Flowers matchup this week? Philly. Okay, that Vanilla Nice defense in Philly is cooking. They got the 2 rookies. And those guys are legit. and I think you sit Zay Flowers. I'm going Robinson and JSN because again, Dobbins is out and Hopkins already played.
JSN is a for sure start for me. I think I do agree with you. You probably take Brian Robinson, but that Ravens Eagles game has the highest game total on the slate today at like 49.5. So
Yeah.
there should be some points. So I don't know. I don't think it's as easy as just sitting Zay Flowers because the Eagles defense has been playing well.
Well, I think the score is high, but I think a lot of that is going to come from Jalen Hurts running the ball and finding Goddard and running Saquon. Just like the way the middle of the defense is playing doesn't help JSN or doesn't help Zay Flowers, and the way Cooper DeJean is just like he's like saran wrap on like whoever he decides to cover, and he's just a force. All right, we got Daniel Maldonado. Hello, guys from I believe you mean hola, from Mexico. Schultze and I started the pre-show with hola. That's Spanish for Guten Tag, which of course is German for bonjour. Hello, guys from Mexico. Who should I start? Dallas or Pittsburgh defense? You can't start Dallas because they already played. So I'm going Pittsburgh on this one. How about you?
I think this is Dallas Goddard or Kyle Pitts.
Oh. You're right. Hand pink waving, hand pink. I don't know what that means. All right, I'm gonna lean Goddard.
I go Goddard based on the game total. It's sad we're week 13, 14, and we are where we are with Kyle Pitts, man.
I mean, I have him in a lot of flex spots. I like Pitts, but I do think that Goddard has a big game in this one. Baltimore does give up quite a bit to tight ends. All right, kind of regretting started Abdullah. Oof. I said Sincere McCormick, but it was in 6.
You know what? It's a 16-team league and PPR. I don't blame that call at all.
No. And I apologize because this last week I was sick. So any of the shows, Scott, that you may have watched that I would have like said don't start Abdullah because I've been sick. I said that as soon as Alexander Madison and Zamir White were out, and people were like, my sleeper notifications on my phone were like, picked up Amir Abdullah like all the way down my phone, and I was like, you guys stop. And I'm insincere about the McCormick thing. I threw his name out there in a show, and it was kind of tongue in cheek, but then it hit. So I'll take credit for it. And any status updates on Breece Hall yet? Not that I know of. Let me quick to the data machine. Breece. Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Oh, have you watched the Yacht Rock documentary on Max yet?
No.
Me either. I'm gonna do that today.
Murdoch has. He loved it.
Breece Hall is expected to play. So that's the best we can do. He should play.
Yeah, we'll get inactives in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned for Spilled Coffee. So yeah, a couple things to plug you guys. FantasySportsAdvice.com we are here. Go to that, FantasySportsAdvice.com, and it's, you know what it is? It's a social media app, kind of like Bluesky or the Tweet Machine, but it's just fantasy sports, you guys. There's no politics. There's no ads. It's just your favorite content creators interacting with you and posting their videos and stuff. You boys trying to get high or what? Let's take some dabs. Dabs for the boys. That's new name of the show, Breakfast with Dabs.
Dabs with bigz.
Or dabs with bigz. You know what? It's transparency time, 100%. I've never had a dab.
Really?
Yeah, I had this paranoia, panic attack thing.
Yeah, you best stay away then.
Right. In my day, we were happy when we were getting THC percentages at like 22 and 23%. I remember the mid 90s cannabis cups where like White Widow and Jack Herrera. Funny story, there's a strain called Jack Herrera that was a cannabis cup winner in like 94, 95. And I smoked that with Jack Herrera, who the strain was named after. So boom. We from Canada. That explains everything.
We need to get him in touch with Mike.
I know. Yeah, our host. That's what I was gonna say. So go to fantasysportsadvice.com and download the app, get your membership, all that stuff. Also follow us on Twitter. But we have content coming at you just about every day of the week. We give you Monday off, but we don't take Monday off. We record on Mondays, but we give you Monday off. And then Tuesday we have our waiver wire show. Wednesday I'm on Queen's Ransom with Amber. Thursday we have Points After Thursday, right after the Thursday night football game. Friday we do our injury show, Friday we do our starts and sits show. Saturday we have our injury show with Dr. Marcus, and he's a physical therapist. And then Sunday is Breakfast with Big. So the Fantasy Forecast has content for you guys 6 days a week, and we're working. Well, we take Saturday off 6 days a week for you. I don't know why you think that Mike gained 20 pounds. Unless you think I'm Mike, and then
or me.
And I got a good $120 on Mike. You know your strains, baby. Yeah, Jack Herrera wrote a book called "The Emperor Wears No Clothes," and it's basically about the history of cannabis. It's pretty.
Mine was when I was like younger 20s, and whenever the diesels would roll into town, man.
Yeah, that was like the Diesel headband. That's when the berries got pretty big. Cheese was a big one. All right, we got a football question. Kyler or Jaden?
I am big time on Kyler this week.
Ooh.
Daniels has the Titans, who are the number one pass defense in the league.
Okay. Finish.
Now, I know it's going to lead him to probably run some, but I am like big time in on Kyler this week. The Vikings secondary has just been getting thrashed by people. And when Kyler starts cooking through the air is when it really opens him up on the ground. I am expecting a massive day from Kyler today, so fire him up over Jaden Daniels for me.
All right, and here's the counterpoint. I got some intel from Titans fan and co-host of my Player Profiler Friday show, Jaden Chev.
Whoa, that's a big drop right there.
That would have been a big reveal. No, Chev,
Titans fan. I didn't know that.
Chev's a Titans fan. And
no, Jaden Daniels.
He dropped in our show. The Titans are like first or second in rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks.
Okay, fair.
So I'm like, as soon as we get off here, I'm hopping over to Underdog, and I'm playing the over on Jaden Daniels rushing yards. And we all know rushing yards for quarterbacks in fantasy is the key to unlocking your cheat code. And so I'm doing that.
Right, but it's not like he's asking Jaden Daniels or Jared Goff.
No, but I know. But increased rushing yards means to increase chances of rushing touchdowns. It looked in the last game like they're starting to Cliff. God, I hate him. Kingsbury is starting to scheme goal line touches for JD. I'm going JD. Schultze's going with Kyler. And then
I would also like to see the list of quarterbacks the Titans have played, because I'm sure that has a huge impact on that stat.
we got to go.
All right, bye.